It's a pleasure to have you join me on this virtual journey. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you join us as we uncover the secrets of Grey's Anatomy Season 10. The 10th season of the American television medical drama Grey's Anatomy premiered on September 26, 2013, with a 2-hour special episode in the United States on the American Broadcasting Company ABC, and it concluded with a Farewell to Cristina finale episode Fear of the Unknown on May 15, 2014. The season was produced by ABC Studios, in association with Shondaland Production Company and the Mark Gordon Company, the showrunners being Tony Phelan and Joan Rater. The season was officially released on DVD as a 6-disc box set under the title of Grey's Anatomy. The complete 10th season lived for the moments on September 2, 2014 by Buena Vista Home Entertainment. The season mainly focuses on the relationship between the show's protagonist Meredith Grey, Ellen Pompeo, and her person Cristina Yang, Sandra Oh, as both follow different paths relating their careers, straining their relationship. Derek Shepherd, Patrick Dempsey, and Callie Torres, Sara Ramirez, having separated from her wife Arizona Robbins, Jessica Capshaw, teamed up with the White House to work on a brain mapping project. Miranda Bailey, Chandra Wilson, was on a project mapping out the human genome. Yang and Owen Hunt, Kevin McKidd, gradually take their relationship from complicated and painful to a place of real friendship. April, Kepner, Sarah Drew, and Jackson Avery, Jesse Williams elope during Kepner and paramedic Matthew Taylor's Justin Bruening wedding. Yang takes off to Switzerland for a job offer to take over Preston Burke's Isaiah Washington Hospital because he wants to step down and move his family. She bids her farewell to her colleagues of the last 7 years, including Hunt, and dances it out with Meredith one last time to an old favorite song. Caterina Scorsone begins portraying the role of Doctor Amelia Shepherd in a recurring capacity, as Amelia visits Meredith and her brother at their home and helps take care of their children. She is upgraded to a series regular in Season 11 following her decision to move to Seattle full-time. The season garnered 12.12 million average viewers, and was ranked overall in total viewers, which is 11 spots higher than the previous season. In the 1849 key demographic, it ranked, and for the 2013-2014 primetime TV schedule, Grey's was the drama in the 1849 key demographic. James Pickens, Jr. and Chandra Wilson were nominated for Outstanding Actor and Outstanding Actress respectively at the 45th NAACP Image Awards. The show also garnered 5 nominations at the 40th People's Choice Awards. It was announced on May 8, 2014, by ABC that Grey's Anatomy would return in the fall of 2014 for an 11th season. Let's now shift gears and explore episodes through a critical lens, uncovering its strengths and weaknesses. The number in the know. Overall column refers to the episode's number within the overall series, whereas the number in the know. In season column refers to the episode's number within this particular season. US viewers in millions refers to the number of Americans in millions who watched the episodes live. Each episode of this season is named after a song. I invoke episode Tabalmain background overall season title director or writer with 8 viewers country use. A Prodcode episodes I invoke episode list sublist Anatomy season 10 episode number equal 197 episode number equal 1 title equal seal of fate directed by equal Rob Corn or written by equal Joan rated original date equal viewers equal 9.27 Prodcode equal 1001 short summary equal following the storm. The doctors of Grey Sloan Memorial attempt to care for victims, but soon find the ER overrun. Richard remains unconscious in the basement after receiving a severe electric shock, and Bailey sends Shane to find him. Shane, however, passes the task over to Heather in an attempt to steal her surgery with Derek. Heather spots Richard on the basement floor, but she is also electrocuted when she hastily rushes to help him. The pair are later discovered, and Derek and Shane begin trying to save Heather, while Cristina and Bailey attempt to revive Richard. Meredith remains sidelined after giving birth to her son. Arizona desperately attempts to regain her relationship with Callie after choosing to cheat on her, but Callie is uninterested. Cristina and Bailey clash about Richard's treatment and take the dispute to Chief Hunt, who discovers that Richard has made Meredith responsible for his medical decisions. Arizona returns home and discovers that Callie has moved out and taken Sophia with her. I invoke episode list sublist anatomy season 10 episode number equal 198 episode number equal to title equal I Want You With Me directed by equal Chandra Wilson or written by equal Deborah Kenya original edit equal viewers equal 9.27 prodcode equal 1002 short summary equal Derek fails in his attempts to save Heather, leaving Shane feeling responsible for his colleague's death. The interns are tasked with comforting Heather's mother when she arrives, but realize that they have been bad friends to her, and resolve to look out for each other more. Bailey and Cristina clash over how to proceed with Richard's condition, with Bailey wanting to perform risky surgery. Meredith ultimately accepts responsibility for Richard's care and allows Bailey to follow her instincts, saving Richard's life. Jackson rejects April following her declaration of love, and she decides to go ahead with her engagement to Matthew. Owen and Cristina struggle to stay apart following their split and end up in bed twice in the name of giving each other a better last memory. Arizona tracks Callie down to Meredith's house, but Callie does not want her back and informs Arizona that they will now take turns caring for Sophia. Arizona later returns, desperate to see Sophia, and while Callie initially refuses, Cristina urges her to not bring Sophia into the fight, resulting in Arizona being granted 5 minutes with her daughter. I invoke episode list sublist anatomy season 10 episode number equal 199 episode number equal 3 title equal Everybody's Crying Mercy directed by equal Tony Phelan or written by equal Tien Politono original edit equal viewers equal 9.6 prodcode equal 1003 short summary equal The storm has passed, but the damage still remains. Callie and Arizona agreed to attend marriage counseling, but Callie, who is still deeply hurt by Arizona's betrayal, decides Arizona should go by herself. Derek and Meredith are on leave to take care of their new baby, and they are having quite a time adjusting to their new life. The group of interns is beginning to study for their residency exams, and April anxiously waits to hear about the results of her board exams, which she finally passes. Cristina encourages Alex to have sex with Joe, and in her own failing relationship, she tells Owen that it's time to start seeing other people. Owen and Avery butt heads over hospital finance issues. Owen wants money to fix the hospital and Avery wants money for surgeries. Weber needs a feeding tube to survive, but Bailey has an alternative, less effective, plan that will save Weber's dignity but not his life. Weber tells Meredith that he picked the wrong person to be in charge of his health decisions. I invoke episode list sublist anatomy season 10 episode number equal 200 episode number equal 4 title equal Putin on the Ritz directed by equal Rob Corn or written by equal Austin Guzman original edit equal viewers equal 8.79 prodcode equal 1000 and for short summary equal to raise money to repair the damage done to Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital. The doctors are dressed to the nines and throwing a fundraiser gala. All is going well at the gala until an entertainer falls on top of the gala organizer, resulting in serious injuries. Meanwhile, April and Arizona stay in the supply closet trading relationship stories and drinking champagne. Alex leaves Joe at the gala after seeing a junkie whom he thinks is his dad ushered into the ER. He decides to do a paternity test to find out, and in the middle of his telling Joe that he doesn't want to know if the junkie is his dad or not, Joe blurts it out that he is. Cristina and Owen's breakup becomes more real after a doctor from Seattle Presbyterian starts flirting with Owen at the gala. Bailey is stuck between a rock and a hard place, rather, two difficult patients, one who has cancer that can't be treated, and Dr. Weber who has multiple options of treatment but doesn't want to pursue any of them. Meredith and Derek, who have been on leave from the hospital, return and rediscover their love for surgeries. Nicola equal I invoke episode list sublist Grey's Anatomy season 10 episode number equal 201 episode number equal 5 title equal I bet it's stung directed B equal Mark Jackson or written B equal Jenin Renshaw the original 8 equal viewers equal 8.78 prod code equal 1005 short summary equal Alex's dad is still at Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital, and Jo is doing everything she can to mend the relationship between Alex and his dad. Meredith teams up with Cristina to do groundbreaking surgery ahead of a transplant, but due to unfortunate circumstances having to breast pump and console Zola after she gets hurt, Meredith is unprepared, unfocused, and late to her surgery. Cristina confronts Meredith and says that they're in different places and they want different things, and that's okay, but she's not willing to let up like Meredith. In turn, Meredith gets upset with Derek for making her miss her surgery because he didn't answer his phone. Weber, with the help and urging from Catherine Avery, returns to his old self a take charge kind of guy, ordering the residents around. Callie has a revelation with her patient's donor sister that you can say no, so Callie kicks Arizona out of her apartment and celebrates by dancing in her underwear. Nicola equal I invoke episode list sublist Grey's Anatomy season 10 episode number equal 202 episode number equal 6 title equal map of you directed B equal David Greenspan or written B equal William Harper original 8 equal viewers equal 8.73 prod code equal 1006 short summary equal it's time for Meredith to decide what her topic of research will be, and after much debate, she decides that she's going to continue her mother's research by taking it in a new direction. Derek and Callie have teamed up to work on a brain mapping project, but Callie feels like she should be working with regenerative cartilage. Weber uses his condition to teach Jo, the now second-year resident, how to be a better doctor. Because he has taken a professional liking to Cristina, and she to him as well, Shane reveals to Derek that he no longer has any interest in working with him on his brain mapping project. Cristina takes an interest in Meredith's research, but Meredith, who is still hurt by what Cristina said to her, doesn't take it kindly. Alex takes a step to get closer to his dad, and while they're jamming on their guitars, Alex's dad tells him that he has family in Florida. Leah reveals to her residents that she had a fling with Arizona, and Arizona succumbs to loneliness and texts Leah. Nicola equal I invoke episode list sublist Grey's Anatomy season 10 episode number equal 203 episode number equal 7 title equal thriller directed B equal Sherry Nowlan or written B equal Gabriel Lan as original 8 equal viewers equal 8.9 for prod code equal 1007 short summary equal a delusional, psychotic drug addict who has a condition where his heart is on the opposite side of his chest, makes his way into the ER after he was shot multiple times because he was eating the face of another patient. A ghost-like patient of Dr. Brooks finds herself in need of help, but she demands that she'll only see Dr. Brooks until Shane tells her Brooks is dead. Cristina and Owen team up to do surgery on the zombie-like drug addict, and they find out that they actually can work together. Alex and Jo are on another PEDS case and save a little girl from being literally scared to death. Weber kicks Bailey off his case, and he reappoints Meredith telling her he wants her to help him teach the second-year residents. Ben returns to surprise Bailey and Tuck for Halloween, and springs it on Bailey that he has dropped out of his residency to spend more time with her. Nicola equal I invoke episode list sublist Grey's Anatomy season 10 episode number equal 204 episode number equal 8 title equal to against 1 directed B equal Kevin McKidd or written B equal Meg Morin is the original 8 equal viewers equal 8.68 prod code equal 1008 short summary equal Meredith reaches the next milestone in her research when a 3D printer arrives at Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital. Derek, who is itching to get back in the OR, notices a man at Meredith's presentation who has an eye twitch. Derek and Jackson come together to work on this man, and while doing so, Derek tells Jackson that the time has come for Jackson to let the second-year residents practice on their own. Bailey is losing her mind about a smell in Tuck's bedroom, as well as a non-existent hole in her patient's body. Callie conducts an interview with Owen's new girlfriend, Emma, but while talking to Arizona, Emma realizes that she could never work at Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital because if something were to happen to her and Owen, everyone would side with Owen. Weber tells April that he finally found himself again when he started CPR on his neighbor who had fallen, which then leads April to tell her fiance, Matthew, that they need to wait to have sex until they get married. Cristina betrays Meredith by going behind her back with Ross and destroying her 3D printed liver in order to print a conduit for Cristina and Ross' patient. I invoke episode list sublisteries anatomy season 10 episode number equal 205 episode number equal 9 title equal sorry seems to be the hardest word directed be equal Janet Shruk Oriton be equal Stacey McKee original 8 equal viewers equal 8.56 prod code equal 1009 short summary equal Callie is facing a malpractice lawsuit filed by an Olympic athlete that was referred by Cristina. During the athlete's hip surgery, his oxygen level dropped and his heart started beating really fast, causing the team of doctors to close up without removing the last sponge. Callie's father returns to show his daughter support and learns that Callie and Arizona are no longer together. Through flashbacks, it is revealed that Callie and Arizona had chosen a sperm donor to inseminate Arizona. They wanted a second child. However, during one of the pregnancy checkups, their doctor couldn't find the heartbeat because she had miscarried. Through the trial process, Cristina tells the jury that she had insisted working on the athlete's heart before his legs, which had been affected by a post-op infection. Callie did not agree to this sequencing, and that is why they went ahead with a second surgery on his legs. Callie's father, in effort of saving his daughter's marriage, reveals that he once cheated on her mother and had her mother not given him a second chance, he wouldn't have Callie. This persuades Callie to go to Arizona and ask her to move back in. Absent, Jesse Williams as Jackson Avery. I invoke episode list sublisteries anatomy season 10 episode number equal 206 episode number equal 10 title equal somebody that I used to know directed be equal Debbie Allen or written be equal Deborah Kenya original 8 equal viewers equal 8.61 prod code equal 1010 short summary equal Ben confides in Shepherd about Bailey's recently odd behavior, which he thinks is OCD. This raises concern and results in Shepherd and Owen doubting Bailey's mental and physical competencies. Now that Arizona has moved back in with Callie, she tells Callie that she was involved with someone. It is later revealed during surgery that the someone was Leah. Awkward tension grows between April and Jackson when she tells him he's not getting an invitation to her wedding because Matthew feels weird inviting him, plus she thought he would be Stephanie's +1. While Meredith is busy working with Richard to get him out of the hospital, she is also planning a Thanksgiving dinner at her house and Emma's cooking the dinner. Weber, who is eager to leave and despite Joe's warnings, pushes himself too hard on the treadmill and falls down, resulting in broken ribs. Because he's going to be stuck in the hospital a little while longer with the residents plan a KFC Thanksgiving dinner. Cristina and Shane need to use the 3D printer again since their first conduit got contaminated, but Meredith says they can't because she absolutely needs it for her research. I invoke episode list sublisteries anatomy season 10 episode number equal 207 episode number equal 11 title equal man on the moon directed be equal Bobby Roth or written be equal Elizabeth J.B. Claverty original 8 equal viewers equal 7.02 prod code equal 1011 short summary equal Bailey is working with a psychiatrist to learn how to manage her OCD. But it's only with Weber's help that she finally accepts that she has a disease and needs to take her medicine. April's sisters fly into Seattle to throw her a bridal shower at Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital, but things don't go as planned. She dethrones them from bridesmaid status and announces that Arizona, Cristina, and Meredith are now her people and new bridesmaids. Stephanie and Meredith insert their first conduit into a sheep, but it fails to work and the sheep dies. However, Cristina and Ross put their first conduit into their patient and it surprisingly works. In discussing their conduits, what starts out as a civil conversation turns into a heated argument when Meredith asks Cristina what's wrong with Ross as he is now aggressive and mean. Jimmy, Carib's father, finally tells Carib that he knew who he was ever since he got mad at him at the bar and has been trying to get clean ever since. Alinicula equal I invoke episode list sublist anatomy season 10 episode number equal 208 episode number equal 12 title equal get up stand up directed by equal Tony Phelan oratory equal William Harper original edit equal viewers equal 8.36 prodcode equal 1012 short summary equal as April and Matthew's wedding day draws near. The doctors at Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital prepare for the big day while dealing with their own issues. Derek is working with a federal initiative that wants to use his name to support their work, but he refuses their offer because he is supposed to be cutting back so that Meredith can take more time for her research. Alex starts to get along with his dad, but it comes to a halting stop when his dad starts talking poorly of his mother. Meredith and Cristina argue while getting fitted for their bridesmaid dresses, but when they show up to April's wedding, they start to mend their differences by accepting that they are in different places. Bailey tells Ben that it's essentially his fault for her OCD troubles because her symptoms only worsened when he quit surgery. Jimmy requires emergency heart surgery, and Shane rushes him into the OR. However, Weber has to take over when Shane begins to relive Brooke's death. During April and Matthew's wedding, Derek gets a call from the President of the United States, and Jackson stands up and confesses his love for April. Alinicula equal I invoke episode list sublist anatomy season 10 episode number equal 209 episode number equal 13 title equal take it back directed by equal Rob Corn written by equal Austin Guzman original edit equal viewers equal 9.42 prodcode equal 1013 short summary equal after short prologue in which April and Jackson drive off together. April still hesitant over her actions, and Arizona tries to end her marriage with Callie. The episode skips to 3 weeks later. Meredith is upset with Derek for agreeing to the president's offer, which means going back on his promise to her to take a back seat to her research. Callie and Arizona buy a new house that'll be theirs together, with Arizona wanting to give their relationship one last new start. Chief Hunt begins to ride Ross aggressively in the ER, not just after the botched surgery with Jimmy but according to an accusative Weber because he has learned that Ross had been sleeping with Cristina. Alex's emotional plea to Joe turns out to, in his mind, have been a marriage proposal. Joe turns him down, claiming they're not ready, but continues to stand by him when Jimmy passes away. Bailey and Ben start talking and working through his arrival. She tells him that she's worried that he'll be at home waiting on her just like Tucker used to do, and he resumes his internship at Gray Sloan. Stephanie is having a hard time accepting that Jackson broke up with her for April and, with Lee's encouragement, someone anonymously files an HR complaint on behalf of the interns concerning sexual harassment from their attendings. In response, the HR department implements a strict non-fraternization policy on the spot, which could prove problematic for April and Jackson, who are revealed to have eloped 3 weeks ago. Alinicula equal I invoke episode list sublist anatomy season 10 episode number equal 210 episode number equal 14 title equal You've Got to Hide Your Love Away directed by equal Ron Underwood or written by equal TN Pulitoma original edit equal viewers equal 8.21 prodcode equal 1014 short summary equal with the new non-fraternizing policy in place at Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital, the doctors have to face a new way of life. Alex, Joe, Jackson, and April are all trying to hide the fact that they are together. However, Jackson and April reveal in a meeting, which was called to discuss Alex and Joe's relationship, that they are actually married. Owen and Emma go from discussing children and living together to calling it off after Owen sleeps with Cristina once more. Derek's interview with the President of the United States was cancelled much to his dismay. However, he later gets a call saying that they want him to run the advisory board for the whole project. Alinicula equal I invoke episode list sublistries anatomy season 10 episode number equal 211 episode number equal 15 title equal throwing it all away directed by equal Chris Hayden originally equal William Harper original edit equal viewers equal 7.36 prod code equal 1015 short summary equal Alex has been suspended from surgery for 3 days as a consequence for his actions during the meeting call to discuss his relationship with Joan. Stephanie accidentally knocks over Arizona and Jackson with gurneys, and while filing an accident report, she lets Jackson know that there's no need for him to apologize to her because she's over him. Derek has to tell Callie that they can't continue with their research because of the guidelines in his contract with his colleagues at the White House. As if that's not enough, Callie learns the HR complaint was filed by Leah against her, as Leah felt that she was cheated out of a learning opportunity and needed to stand up for herself and others. This is the final straw for Callie, who has another "this isn't working" talk with Arizona. Alinicula equal I invoke episode list sublistries anatomy season 10 episode number equal 212 episode number equal 16 title equal we gotta get out of this place directed by equal Susan Vale origami equal Jenin Renshaw original edit equal viewers equal 8.09 prod code equal 1016 short summary equal while some doctors at Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital are celebrating Dr. Weber's birthday with an awesome surgery, others aren't so happy. Bailey, Leah, Meredith, and Richard all pitch in on a case that is very rare. A patient absorbed his twin while still in the womb. Cristina, while working on her heart trial with Ross, is working endlessly to set Owen up with women. She even created him an online dating profile. Callie and Derek butt heads and enter a short-term legal battle concerning their sensors and their research. Ultimately, Callie convinces Derek that he needs to tell the White House that either the policy of sole ownership of the sensors goes or he goes. The White House concedes. Jackson's mother, Catherine, comes back to town to correct the mistake that she feels was made by April and Jackson. Jackson, always feeling bound by his overbearing mother, fights against her accusations against April. This leads April and Jackson to the revelation that they need to work some things out, especially the topic of how they will raise their kids. Alinicula equal I invoke episode list sublistries anatomy season 10 episode number equal 213 episode number equal 17 title equal do you know? Directed by equal Chandra Wilson or written by equal Stacey McKee original edit equal viewers equal 8.42 prod code equal 1017 short summary equal Cristina comes to experience two very different anniversaries in a quest to answer the question, do you know who you are, after she does very difficult heart repair work on her patient who is on a ventilator and paralyzed from the neck down. In the first universe, the patient decides that he wants to be taken off the ventilator, which sends Cristina into Owen's arms when she realizes that they are throwing away their love for each other. Time is quickly passing as the two get married, move in together, get a dog, have a baby, await the birth of their second child, and see Ross win the Harper Avery Award for Cristina's trial that she quit on to take care of her family. The second universe begins when Cristina comes back to reality and her patient says he doesn't want to be taken off the ventilator. This once again sends Cristina into Owen's arms, but this time, she's happy. However, the stipulation that they will never have kids still remains, which Owen initially accepts. They continue to have their on-again, off-again relationship, which drives Owen to drinking more than he should, putting himself and his patients in grave danger. Cristina tells him it's over for good, and she goes on to win the Harper Avery Award for 4 straight years. Once again, Cristina comes back to reality. This time, her patient decides to be taken off the ventilator. However, she's able to save Jackson from injuring his hand, and her hesitancy to approach Owen allows Meredith to approach her about a patient, which allows Owen to get on the elevator before she can greet him. Absent, Tessa Farrer as Leah Murphy due to cut scenes. Alinicula equal I invoke episode list sublist Grease Anatomy season 10 episode number equal 214 episode number equal 18 title equal You Be Ill in director be equal Nicole Rubio or written be equal Zoan Tlacky original date equal viewers equal 8.28 prod code equal 1018 short summary equal A virus breaks out at Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital. Because of the close encounters of doctors and patients, the virus spreads like wildfire. It first knocks out Jackson, then Leah, and finally Derek. It's an inopportune time for Derek to get sick because it's the day of his presentation on brain mapping. To fill in for him, Meredith steps up and delivers her own twist on his speech. Callie teaches Joe about the joys of ortho and how it presents the opportunity to take out all frustration on the patient while helping them, plus it pays. Cristina and Owen team up to work on a pair of sisters who have cardiomyopathy caused by an unknown source, and even though they caught the issue in time, the sister's brother starts showing similar symptoms. Because Cristina is busy on this case, Shane has to step up and take care of the babies in Cristina's trial, aka her baby. Alex receives an offer from a doctor who runs his own private practice. Alex seriously considers and starts to discuss it with Joe. April and Bailey operate on a child who is very susceptible to infection due to his condition that is no longer treatable with the enzyme treatments he was previously receiving. Alinicula equal I invoke episode list sublist Grease Anatomy season 10 episode number equal 215 episode number equal 19 title equal I'm winning directed be equal Kevin McKidd or written be equal Joan rated original date equal viewers equal 8.18 prod code equal 1019 short summary equal It's that time of year when the nominees for the annual Harper Avery Award are announced, and Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital's own Dr. Cristina Yang is one of them. Her colleagues are all very ecstatic for her nomination except for Meredith and Dr. Bailey. To mask her jealousy, Meredith makes a celebratory toast to Cristina. Dr. Bailey, however, is less efficient at hiding her feelings. Cristina's self-esteem takes a blow when her patient's family doubts her abilities and says that her best is bad. Alex tells Joe that he called to accept the offer from Dr. Butthole to work for his private practice. Derek and Callie take the next step in their research by getting baseline measurements of brain activity. Callie finds out that although she has a great life, one thing is holding her back from being truly happy, a baby. Callie tells Arizona she wants another baby, and Arizona says she wants one, too. Owen tells Cristina that he's looked at the other nominees' research, and he's confident that she'll win. Cristina agrees. Alinicula equal I invoke episode list sublist Grease Anatomy season 10 episode number equal 216 episode number equal 20 title equal Go It Alone directed be equal Mark Jackson or written be equal Lauren Barnett the original edit equal viewers equal 8.45 prod code equal 1020 short summary equal It's the day before the winner of the Harper Avery Award is honored, and Cristina plans to hang out with Meredith at Joe's and write her speech over a drink. Their plans are ruined when Cristina's transplant patient's parents argue and endanger their children's health. At the home front, the married couples deal with their personal issues. Callie and Arizona discuss who will carry their second child. April and Jackson have their first big fight, while Derek and Meredith struggle with balancing work and parenthood. Cristina, who goes to the Harper Avery Award ceremony in Boston by herself as Owen and Meredith are both busy, has last-second doubts about being there alone. After pulling herself together, she walks in to locate her table and sees that Owen and Meredith are both there. Unfortunately, Cristina does not win the Harper Avery Award. Alinicula equal I invoke episode list sublist Grease Anatomy season 10 episode number equal 217 episode number equal 21 title equal Change of Heart directed be equal Rob Greenlee or written be equal Meg Morin is the original date equal viewers equal 7.99 prod code equal 1021 short summary equal Meredith, Owen, and Cristina all return to Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital after Cristina's loss at the Harper Avery Awards ceremony. April, still residing with Callie and Arizona, drives them nuts. She feels that her fight with Jackson is the end of their relationship. Jackson is feeling pressured to cut back on the hospital's research funds and projects and must decide whose research will be terminated. Richard travels across the country with plans to propose to Cristina Avery, but finds out the real reason why Cristina lost to her competition, because the hospital is owned by the Harper Avery Foundation. No doctor that works there will ever win the award. Meanwhile, back at Grey Sloan Memorial Hospital, Cristina is faced with the decision of which patient will get the heart transplant. Amelia, Derek's sister, makes a surprise visit to see if she can have the life Derek and Meredith have. Alex gives the board his notice that he'll be accepting the private practice offer. April tells Jackson that they can't forget about their hypothetical children per Jackson's request, because she's pregnant. I invoke episode list sublisteries anatomy season 10 episode number equal 218 episode number equal 22 title equal we are never ever getting back together directed by equal Rob Corn or written by equal Joan rated original 8 equal viewers equal 8.81 prodcode equal 1022 short summary equal in an attempt to get back at Cristina Avery. Weber calls an emergency board meeting. Without Jackson. The board wants to appeal the Harper Avery Award, which would have gone to Cristina if the Harper Avery Foundation didn't own her hospital. Hunt convinces Cristina to accept an invitation to speak at a hospital in Switzerland. During the lecture, the questioner from the back turns out to be none other than Dr. Preston Burke. Meanwhile, back at Grey Sloan Memorial Hospital, Amelia and Derek team up to work on conjoined twins who share a brain. Burke offers a job to Cristina while showing her his hospital, but it's not just a job working for him. Instead, it's his job. Jackson and April start to mend their broken relationship when he agrees to attend church with her and their baby, as long as she agrees to waffles afterwards. Callie and Arizona are thinking about baby names, Agamemnon being a favorite of Callie's. Alex is loving his job at the private practice, but Jo is starting to sink under the pressure of her duties. The residents learn that someone amongst them is going to get fired. Stephanie figures out that Bailey administered the deactivated HIV virus to her bubble boy patient despite his parents' wishes, and thinks it's brilliant. I invoke episode list sublisteries anatomy season 10 episode number equal 219 episode number equal 23 title equal everything I try to do, nothing seems to turn out right directed by equal Bill Delia or written by equal Austin Guzman original 8 equal viewers equal 7.95 prodcode equal 1023 short summary equal Dr. Bailey faces legal charges of assault and battery after she reveals to Braden's parents that she implemented the deactivated HIV treatment despite their wishes. In an attempt to get Cristina to stay at Grey Sloan Memorial Hospital, Owen puts Cristina in charge of screening applicants for the position of head of cardio. April and Jackson have their first OB-GYN visit, and decide not to tell anyone yet. Corey is heartbroken when she goes to the OB-GYN because it's revealed that she has too many adhesions from the car accident to be able to carry. Derek comes back from Washington, District of Columbia with news of a job offer to work at the National Institutes of Health (NIH) and a job offer for Meredith at James Madison Hospital. Amelia confides in Meredith that she wants to call off her engagement in order to move to Seattle. Dr. Weber tells Leah that she's not fit to be a surgeon, and consequently, cuts her from the residency program. First appearance of Dr. Maggie Pierce. I invoke episode list sublisteries anatomy season 10 episode number equal 220 episode number equal 24 title equal Fear of the Unknown directed by equal Tony Phelan or written by equal William Harper original 8 equal viewers equal 8.92 prodcode equal 1024 short summary equal the day has arrived that Cristina leaves for Zurich, but a possible act of terrorism delays her departure. Before she can get to the mall to buy a European phone charger, an explosion at the mall sends multiple injured victims to the Grey Sloan Memorial Hospital. Leah comes to the ER when she hears about the explosion, but leaves with no goodbyes when she sees every patient had been treated. April receives a pep talk from Jackson Avery when she starts to fear raising a baby in a world that is so dangerous. Cristina, looking for closure, can't leave the hospital until she and Meredith dance it out one last time. Shane demands that he take control of his education and leaves to work under Cristina in Zurich. Meredith tells Derek that she can't leave Seattle, the place where she grew up and made her life. She's not going to Washington, D.C., despite what Derek says. Callie and Arizona consider having a surrogate mother carry their future baby after treating a surrogate who was burned by the explosion. Bailey is nominated for a position on the board by Weber due to Cristina's departure. However, Cristina left Karev her shares of the hospital and her board position. Weber connects with Dr. Pierce, the new head of cardio, and finds out that her birth mother was Meredith Grey. As we enter this new phase, let's analyze Maine from different angles and evaluate its significance. Ellen Pompeo as Dr. Meredith Grey, Sandra Oh as Dr. Cristina Yang, Justin Chambers as Dr. Alex Karev, Chandra Wilson as Dr. Miranda Bailey, James Pickens Jr. as Dr. Richard Weber, Sara Ramirez as Dr. Callie Torres, Kevin McKidd as Dr. Owen Hunt, Jessica Capshaw as Dr. Arizona Robbins, Sarah Drew as Dr. April Kepner, Jesse Williams as Dr. Jackson Avery, Camilla Luddington as Dr. Joe Wilson, Gaius Charles as Dr. Shane Ross, Jerica Hinton as Dr. Stephanie Edwards, Tessa Farah as Dr. Leah Murphy, Patrick Dempsey as Dr. Derek Shepherd. Let's zoom in on recurring and understand its implications. Caterina Scorsone as Doctor Amelia Shepherd, Kelly McCreary as Dr. Maggie Pierce, Jason George as Dr. Ben Warren, Debbie Allen as Dr. Catherine Avery, James Remmer as Jimmy Evans, Justin Bruening as Matthew Taylor, Marguerite Moreau as Dr. Emma Marling, Nicole Cummins as paramedic, Nicole Rebecca Field as Sabine McNeil, Thomas Barbuska as Link McNeil, Armoni Jackson as Brian Morris, Jedin Gould as Ivy McNeil, Harley Graham as Francesca, Frankie McNeil, Billy Malone as John McNeil, Elizabeth Bond as Kimmy Kepner, Emily Happ as Libby Kepner, Grace Bannon as Alice Kepner. In the upcoming portion, we'll be dissecting notable guests to gain a comprehensive understanding of its implications. Isaiah Washington as Dr. Preston Burke, Tina Majorino as Dr. Heather Brooks, Bobby Campo as Brian, Heather Hemmons as Sasha, Hector Elizondo as Callie Torres, Patrick Fabian as Dr. Oliver Lebakis, Gordon Clapp as Victor Kaufman, Paul James as Eric, Valerie Mahaffey as Donna Kaufman, Keek Palmer as Cheryl Jeffries, Lainey Kazan as CJ, Annie Potts as Joyce Bosco. As we progress through this video, let's shift our attention towards development and uncover its hidden depths. Grey's Anatomy was renewed for a 10th season on May 10, 2013. This season is to include the 200th episode of the series, the 4th episode to air, Puttin' on the Ritz. This season was also split into 2 batches of episodes, each batch consisting of 12 uninterrupted episodes, excluding holidays. The mid-season premiere aired on February 27, 2014. Now, let's redirect our focus towards casting and discover its significance in our narrative. In May 2012, it was announced that 6 original castmates Ellen Pompeo, Sandra Oh, Justin Chambers, Chandra Wilson, James Pickens Jr. and Patrick Dempsey had renewed their contracts through Season 10 as Meredith Grey, Cristina Yang, Alex Karev, Miranda Bailey, Richard Weber and Derek Shepherd respectively. It was revealed in June 2013 that 4 out of the 5 interns from Season 9 would be returning as series regulars, including Camilla Luddington, Gaius Charles, Jerica Hinton and Tessa Farah. It was announced in July 2013 that Bobby Campo and Heather Hemmons were slated to guest star in the 2-part season premiere. In August 2013, Guide reported that Dexter alum James Remmer is set for a mysterious story arc. It was later revealed that Remmer would be playing Alex Karev's drug addict father, whom he hasn't seen in more than 20 years. In October 2013, it was announced that Hector Elizondo would be returning to the show as Callie Torres' father for a Callie-centric episode that would air mid-November. Other guest stars in November were Valerie Mahaffey and Gordon Clapp. It was announced in January 2014 that Nickelodeon star Keek Palmer would guest star in an upcoming episode slated to air in March 2014. It was also announced that Greek Alan Paul James had been cast in a potentially recurring role. It was also announced in January that the role of Zola Meredith and Derek's daughter was recast and would now be played by Heaven White, who is significantly older than Jella Kelvin, Moore, the actress who previously played Zola. On March 6, 2014, it was revealed that Isaiah Washington would reprise his role as Preston Burke for one episode in May 2014. It is believed that his reappearance will have ties with Cristina Yang's Sandra Oh departure from the show after 9 years. Dr. Burke was Cristina Yang's love interest for much of his 3 years on the show. Washington was fired 7 years ago after he made a homophobic slur against castmate T.R. Knight. On March 18, 2014, it was announced that another Grey's Anatomy alum would return in May and stay until the end of the season. Caterina Scorsone will return to play Amelia Shepherd, one of Derek's 4 sisters. Scorsone was a regular on the Grey's Anatomy spin-off, Private Practice, where she also portrayed Amelia Shepherd. In April, news broke that Kelly McCreary would guest star in the season 10 finale. It wasn't known until the season finale aired that her character, Dr. Pierce, was hired by Dr. Yang to be the new head of cardio. It was also discovered at the end of the episode that Dr. Ellis Grey was her birth mother. On August 13, 2013, Sandra Oh revealed that after the 10th season, she would be leaving Grey's Anatomy. It was announced on March 25, 2014, that Gaius Charles and Tessa Farrell were not having their options picked up for season 11, meaning that season 10 would be their last season as regulars on the show. On January 23, 2014, it was announced that Ellen Pompeo and Patrick Dempsey have renewed their contracts for another 2 seasons, as Meredith Grey and Derek Shepherd respectively, meaning their characters will be staying on the medical drama for seasons 11 and 12. On May 2, 2014, it was announced that the rest of the 6 original castmates, Justin Chambers, Chandra Wilson, and James Pickens Jr., excluding Sandra Oh, have renewed their contracts for another 2 seasons, 11 and 12. Sara Ramirez also renewed her contract for another 2 seasons. As we progress, let's zoom in on ratings and examine its role in shaping our overall narrative. Grey's Anatomy's 10th season opened up to 9.27 million viewers with a Nielsen rating share in the demographic. Everybody's Crying Mercy served as the season's most viewed episode. Man on the Moon was the season's least viewed episode, with 7.02 million viewers and a Nielsen rating share in the 1849 demographic. At the time, the season finale was the series' lowest watched season finale with 8.92 million viewers and in the 1849 rating demo. Grey's Anatomy, in its 10th season, ranked overall in total viewers 12.12 million. This is 11 spots higher than the previous season, which was ranked. In the 1849 key demographic, Grey's Anatomy ranked. The last time a season of Grey's Anatomy was ranked in the 1849 key demographic was season 1. The highest ranking for the 1849 key demographic was for seasons 3, 4, and 5. Last season, Grey's Anatomy was ranked. For the 2013-2014 primetime TV schedule, Grey's Anatomy was the drama in the 1849 key demographic. In the next portion, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of Live SD ratings and examining its broader implications. Live plus SD ratings. As we enter this new phase, let's analyze Live's 7-day DVR ratings from different angles and evaluate its significance. Live plus 7-day DVR ratings. In this chapter, we'll be unraveling the enigma of critical response and discovering its transformative power. The 10th season of the medical drama received positive reviews from the critics, with many referring to the season as a return to form for the long-running show. The season holds a 100% positive score on Rotten Tomatoes and a fresh rating. Annie Barrett of Entertainment Weekly gave a positive review to the season and wrote, "There's true sorrow here along with the passion, which keeps their dynamic so intriguing to me." The AV Club also praised the 10th season of the show, stating, At its best, Grey's Anatomy is about everyday bravery, sacrifice, and courage. At its worst, it's a melodramatic, moralizing soap opera. Both sides are on display as the show heads confidently into its 10th season. The Loop also acknowledged the return to form, giving a positive review. After a shaky start to its 10th season, Grey's Anatomy has picked up the pace over the past 2 episodes and is once again showing a great deal of promise that it can revive itself after nearly a decade on the air. Many sources, including Rachel Simon of Bustle and Nicole Pomarico of Whip Paint, claimed that Sandra Oh's performance during her 10th and final season on Grey's Anatomy is worthy of an Emmy nomination. Simon stated she made us care about Grey's in a way we haven't in years, bringing us into Cristina's life and mind, fully and ferociously. This show has been good for several seasons now. Because of Oh's performance this year, it once again became great. On Oh's Exit Entertainment Weekly wrote, "Cristina and Meredith is the friendship to end all friendships. Some would even argue it's what the show is about. Cristina is Meredith's person. How could she possibly function without Cristina in her life? More than that, Cristina on her own was a great character. She didn't want kids, she didn't need a man, and she'd rather receive compliments on her brain instead of her beauty. She was everything we needed in a character and more. Seeing her go was devastating. I love interacting with my viewers, so leave me a comment and I'll do my best to respond."